Hello, hello, hello! This is Stacy from Truly Majestic. Today we are going to be making these pretty paw painted rocks. Now I first drew a design with my pencil and then I just went over it with black. You don't have to be too careful with the lines at this point because we'll tidy them up at the end. And I am using just extra black paint that I have in my shed. It's exterior paint, but most people use acrylic paint because they have tons of paints for crafting, so you can do that as well. But other paints do work. So this is going to be my cat paw, and now I have a very fine lining brush, and I'll put the video tutorial link how to make that. This is just going around with a very fine layer of white to give it kind of some definition. And then inside the white, I'll be dotting it. After I do the lines, it's really important that you let your stone dry, or else you'll just have a messy mess with lines and dots together and smeary, and you don't want that. So after this is completely dried, I've started putting dots on. Now I am just using a wire for dots, so you can unwind a paper clip or use anything else in your house that is just really coming to a tiny point. By the way, pencils work absolutely great if you don't have dotting tools. So I'm just putting big dots and little dots all around my little cat paw print. And I'm doing turquoise and purple and a little bit of different shades of those colors. Okay, now for the moment of truth, and here's how it looks. Ooh, it's so cute! I love it. Anyways, this one is finished. Now we're going to go on to a dog paw print. The paw prints are very similar. When you're drawing them, you don't want too many gaps. Now this one is way too gappy and I wasn't happy with it. So I flipped my stone over and drew another paw print with less gaps. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. We'll go over it with black. And then we are going to be using later on a paint pen. Instead of white paint around the edges, I decided to use a golden paint pen since I don't have gold paint, but I do have a gold paint pen, and see how that looks. Now the difference between using a paint pen and brushing your paint on with a brush is the paint pen is going to put a very, very thin layer of acrylic paint on, but a brush puts a nice thick layer. So usually brushes have a lot more vibrant colors. Acrylic paint with a brush has more vibrant color than just using a paint pen. But because this is gold, it turns out absolutely beautiful. Golden paint pens work really well and they're so easy to use and there's no mess. I have a few tutorials on paint pens and using them and how to make your rocks turn out really nice, because if you use them wrong, it can really be disappointing. So there is a right and wrong way to use paint pens. Now I'm just dotting around with my fine lining brush, some red, and then I'm going to fade into other colors. So I'm just making my red a little bit more pinky, and we're going to be fading from red to pink. It's really hard to see. Sorry guys, it's so difficult to paint for a camera, and I just keep forgetting I'm painting for the camera instead of just painting for myself. So this is a little bit far away and difficult to see, but I'm just painting and dotting away with that fine lining brush, and then I used a skewer, a bamboo skewer as well. Like I say, pencils work great. Now I'm using my wire again. Depending on the size dots you want, you can use all sorts of different tools. If you want a really huge stone and you do this paw print, you can always use the back of a pencil to make your really big dots, and then different other different types of things to make the rest of the dots. So this is how it's shaping up. Very nice. I got a little bit sloppy with the green and it ended up going over my beautiful golden painty pen, but I decided to just leave it that way. It looks more realistic. Okay, next off, my black lines are a little bit messy, as you can see. So I'm going to go back in with my fine lining brush with black and just kind of tidy the edges up and fill in the gaps and make it thicker if it needs to be thicker to give it a really pretty finish. So that's this one finished. The next one is going to be a heart with a little tiny paw on the side. And sorry guys, it's a little bit hard to see my pencil drawing from my rock, but you'll be able to see it once I put the lining, the black lining on. By the way, if any of you make any of these painted rocks, I would absolutely love to see how yours turned out. If you go to the link in the description, I've put a Facebook page post with these stones, and there you can upload your own pretty creations so we can all ooh and ah over them together. I love to know that my tutorials have actually helped somebody create something pretty. So I would so love to see your guys' creations. So I've just put a little paw print in black, and now I'm going to take my fine lining brush again and go over the whole thing with white. And again, sorry guys, I really have a hard time keeping my stones in front of the camera because I keep forgetting I'm painting for a camera and not just myself. But hopefully you guys can see what's happening here. So just be really careful when you're going around your paw print with white because it is really easy to ruin the black. I wasn't actually very happy with how mine turned out because I made the gaps so tiny. They were really hard to go through with white. But it turned out okay in the end. Probably no one would notice it except me. So anyways, after you have this done, let it dry before you go start dotting with your colors or else you'll have a mess. So it's dry now. Ooh, are you in the camera too? Are you talking too? So I'm just going around and dotting with my different colors and I'm tidying up the black. I'm not going to be painting on the black part till the very end, and by the time I finish dotting the white, this will be dry. So I'm just telling you guys, I'm not dotting onto wet paint. You can if you're really good at dotting, but you can also ruin it. So save yourself the tears if you're new at this and just wait till your paint dries. So I'm putting a lot of really big red dots on to begin with, and then I'm going to fill those in with little tiny dots and just fade my red into a lighter shades of pink. And then that will be this one finished. Around my big dots, I'm just dotting smaller dots. And again, it's easy to ruin this if you're not sure what you're doing. So some people just take the big dots, dot on the big dots, let it dry, and then you can go on with the rest of the little dots without having to worry about ruining it. Easy peasy, right? If you guys would like to share this, I would be absolutely thrilled. I think more people should do stone painting. It's relaxing, it's enjoyable, and especially those people that are struggling with a lot of issues in their life and depression and mental health problems and these kind of things. Rock painting is so relaxing. It's a natural stone you're holding in your hand, and you're putting on beautiful, vibrant colors. And you guys, I had no idea I was a painter until a few months ago. I never painted anything, and I never really drew anything. But this is just so easy to do, and the designs I'm doing are like so simple that anyone can do them. Even if you're all thumbs and have no idea what you're making, it's really simple. So share this with somebody who needs to pick up a very super easy, relaxing hobby. I'm just painting lines on my paw, different shades of turquoise and purple to help it kind of stand out. And then going around the outside with... Oh, are you talking too? Are you narrating as well? Okay. And going around the outsides with my black to tidy it up. And the moment of truth, I'm going to show you guys what it all looks like, resined up and ready to go. And by the way, all of these stones have been hidden between Cumbria, England and London. So a few lucky people get to have these in their homes. And there we go. That's what they look like resined up. Really pretty, nice, vibrant colors. And ooh, perfect for animal lovers of all kinds. Gorgeous. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave me a comment what else you would like to see me paint or what you would like a tutorial on. And I'll see if I can make it for you. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you later.